Welcome, Jamal. Welcome. Put Team Crown Life in there, brother. Welcome, welcome. Let's see who else is here. I've missed the last person, the second person that just chimed in, but welcome. I'm going to talk about motivation versus mentality. I think you're going to like this one. Motivation versus mentality. Right here, I come out right now. I live in Tampa Bay, and oftentimes on my lunch break, I come over to an area where it's like right before the planes land. It's a good place for me to think and also read, and sometimes I even enjoy my lunch here as well. But today I was thinking about this concept: motivation versus mentality. Motivation versus mentality. Why? People say, well, somebody needs to get motivated. They need to get motivated. Well, motivation, one thing about motivation doesn't last, right? Motivation lasts just about as long as a shower lasts. Because you think about, once the heat gets turned up, you start thinking about, hey, you need more, right? You need more motivation. But a mentality shift versus the motivation a person needs, well, mentality begins to change you where it's not contingent upon you need to feel something, feel a certain way. Here's a way to think about it. If you were on a boat, right? I'm driving the boat, and just by chance, you mistakenly fall off the boat. Now, you may not was motivated to swim that day, but I guarantee you're probably gonna, you're gonna start making some moves that's basically gonna change whether the outcome is gonna basically change your reaction based off what needs to happen, not what you felt like doing, right? And let me just get that right. So it's basically you fall off the boat, whether you wanted to swim that day or not, whether you were motivated to do that or not, you still needed to make it happen. So that's why I want people to understand that the motivation, we always want motivation, but I would rather get a mentality shift, because that makes me function whether I feel like it or not, whether I feel like doing something or not. It doesn't even matter. It's basically now I need to understand that my life is not contingent upon how I feel that day, in regards to the results I need, whether I need to go to work or not. How many people went and clocked in today or went to their job and they actually felt like being there? How many people actually went out on patrols? You think about police officers or soldiers who were deployed and they actually was motivated to go out to their deployment for the third time. I don't know, man. And I'm coming to you just to kind of provoke thought. Every time I come to you, I'm really just trying to make people think a little bit, and not just to kind of take things as they come. Because it's like, well, just think about this thing. Let's just think about this thing. When I was in the military, from day one, they began to teach me how to handle pressure, not based off of motivation. It didn't matter how I felt about it, whatever. They wanted me to be able to function without motivation, without the feeling, without that all is well, all is great. As a matter of fact, they caused pain in a sense and still made me function. So it's one thing to function because you're feeling well and because you're excited about it and all is great. But what about you have to function when there's a lot of pain involved with this? I remember getting off the bus when we came from one area and we were getting ready to go to basic training day one. And from the time the bus stopped, the drill sergeant got on the bus and he, of course, forced everybody off the bus immediately. And then from the time we got off the bus, it was on. It was on. Basically, it was push-ups and sit-ups and get off my grass and get off my sidewalk and get off my grass. We were pretty stressed out, I would say. But they were still giving us commands and still expecting us to function. They expected us to function. Why were they expecting us to function? Because They're trying to say, hey, you're a soldier now. We need you to understand that you have to have a different mind. You're no longer a civilian. You're a soldier. They were trying to change not just my thinking, but every person on that bus, because they wanted us to understand that leadership is not just about being motivated. Think about someone leading a home or leading a family or whatever it is. It's not about being motivated so much as it is the mentality it takes to function in the midst of whatever's going on. So that's why I wanted to come to you in this short scope, just to kind of provoke thought, just to make you reflect on that a little bit and say, hey, do I really always have to be motivated? Is this needed? Think about, like I said, if you fell off the boat, if I was driving a little fast and you fell off the boat, whether you were motivated to swim or not, you're going to find something inside going to spark up your survival skills and say, I need to swim, I need to doggy paddle, I need to do something. You're going to find a way, right? Because something kicks in and says, hey, this is necessary. Not because I really wanted to do it. Not because I felt great about it. It was necessary. Well, that's oftentimes what it takes for us to be able to take our lives to the next level. It's us being able to do what is necessary, not based off of motivation, but based off of our mentality. Understanding what is required, not really always what is necessarily I would request, but it's still always may be required. Being able to function in that regard is going to take us into our next level. It's going to take us into our next place of progression and promotion. But until the next time, keep living the crown life. Share this if it was a blessing to you. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.